Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the KONTAINEROZ podcast. The podcast is sponsored by PortPro, the leading operating system for drayage carriers. Schedule a demo today at portpro.io, and don't forget to mention KONTAINEROZ for 10% off. In the studio today, I have Mr. Roy Martinez, an owner-operator from the Port of Long Beach and Port of LA area. What's up?
Not much, man. Just pretty excited to be on here.
Yeah?
Like,
Took the day off. It's Friday, huh?
I'm taking the whole 2 weeks off already, man.
2 weeks off?
Yeah, truck's in the service, so
Oh, what are you doing to it?
the couple things, just working on it. They couldn't find the issue, but they found it now, so they're fixing that. So
Okay. Well, thanks for coming, man.
thanks for having me, man.
Is this your first podcast?
Yeah, it's first podcast, man. I'm excited. Like finding a platform for average Joe Smalls like us, you know.
You're going to share your point of view, huh?
Yeah, it's
So,
good.
so let's start with, tell us about yourself.
Where'd I start, man? Just always wanted to be a truck driver since I was a kid, and finally hopped on it, and from there just hit the floor running.
Was it a relative in your family that you looked up to do it, or?
My grandpa drove trucks, but not like he had companies where he had like flatbed trucks, like he had pallet companies and stuff, and that's where I started pretty much driving the flatbeds, the pallet trucks, and they gave me like the chances with no license or nothing, so I would go work for them, and I would see the semis. I'm like, man, I want to do that, like, and I would hear, oh, it's big money, supposedly, So like, I did so many jobs. I had all kinds of jobs, and I had decent money, and like I had an incident, and I couldn't find another better job, so I just finally decided, let me just do what I've always wanted to do.
What you really wanted to do anyways?
Just drive, have my own truck.
Yeah.
And like, I can't complain, It's something I want to do, and I got to stick to it. And, it's not too bad.
You jumped right away into owner-op, or you were a driver first?
I was driver for a few years, and I got an opportunity to buy a truck. It was a junker. It was like, the motor was bad, but truck was super cheap and had access to the ports. So
Wait, was it that white day cab you had?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used my baby mama's tax money.
Yeah.
I bought it, and
She came through.
Yeah, fixed the motor, and day and night, a little old day cab, dude, day and night. I was nonstop, and
You got lucky, huh, that you made that investment and it didn't kind of fuck up on you?
It did for a bit, but those little Columbias, man, those things with those the Series 60 motors, those are bulletproof, man. That shit.
You think so?
Yeah, they're not, they're not very fast, whatever, but they put in the work, putting overweight and all that, so it was good. And then finally got my K-Dub, and yeah, just been at it ever since.
The trucking earlier when you mentioned the flatbed stuff, the pallets and stuff.
Yeah.
That was like the smaller trucks, huh?
Yeah, smaller ones,
yeah.
like air brakes. They didn't have the fifth wheel, like but like it was still heavy as shit. Like it was pretty dangerous.
But like then the trucking, when you got the actual the when you got in the big trucks. You went straight to ports, or there's no other type of trucking you did before that?
Well,
Like, why'd you end up in the ports?
I ended up in a Porsche because my buddy got me into it. But first, I started with yard goats at a company right here called what is it? The one on PCH, the freezing. It's a freezer. The pack.
Oh, I think.
What's it called?
Yeah,
Something pack.
yeah.
Something K-Pack, I think.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
K-Pack. Yeah.
And I got into the yard goating there, and it was containers. So I was like, well, I know how to part these things. Let's start with that. So, and then you get your license. You're like, hey, I got my license, and nobody wants you. So you're like, damn, what do I do now? So there was another couple. They didn't care. They're like, you know how to drive it? Just jump in there and just don't kill nobody. Like,
Yeah.
So you jump in a truck and you have your license supposedly fresh out of school and you start driving and it's a whole different ball game. The school doesn't teach you anything, man. It's like you're out there and you're driving. Well, people, you guys know, most of the guys listening are truck drivers.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, these little bobtail trucks are nothing compared to these trucks. And it was crazy, yeah. And I started and from that was too like non-stop. I remember starting as a driver when I was way more motivated, way more pushed. And I remember getting my first check, and I'm like, "What?
even more excited?"
Yeah, no, I was less excited because I had worked in refineries before.
Okay.
And I wouldn't do like that. It was piece of cake. Just sitting down or doing whatever, getting paid like bang. And I busted my ass off for this whole week, night and day, and then the check is under $2,000. I'm like, I go to the guy, he's like, "That's good." I'm like, "That's good." I'm like, "Oh, damn."
Okay, so that's how you knew driver would have to be temporary.
Yeah, that's why I knew, like, all right,
level up.
Yeah, I gotta get my experience, and I wanted, like, I was really at first I wanted to be owner operator away, but it's hard getting in there too. Like
everyone gets in how they can, huh? Mm-hmm. You did what you had to do with with that risk on that truck. I think that was your stepping stone right there. I think.
Yeah, and then I had trouble because when I was younger, like I used to I like fast cars and trucks, and I would get in trouble with my driver's license a lot, like tickets wise, and then even in the big rig. You're flying down to 99, you're not looking at your speed, and even going 60 is going to get you a ticket. So I would get tickets a lot in Bakersfield.
The bike guy, I bet.
The motorcycle guy, whoever, it didn't matter. And that kind of helped me back a little bit, too. I remember I didn't pay a ticket out there, and I didn't know my license was suspended. I was going up to Grapevine, and they pulled me over, and he was going to let me go, but I didn't have my logbook, so he got mad. He's like, "Oh, you know what? Just hold a road, look me up." Bam, fucking failure to appear. Took away the truck and everything.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he took my friend's truck away. Other buddy that.
How does that work out? Would the friend be like, who owes the toll fee there?
I had to pay. The toll fee was messed up because it was right before the Grapevine.
Yeah.
So the exit for the tow yard was right. He got me was past the exit, and there's no exit. You have to go up to Grapevine and come down, or whatever Casting. You got to go up and come back down.
Oh,
so they charged me that all the way up, and it was like $700.
Oh man!
Plus the fee to take it out, I had to pay all of that out of my pocket.
You think you had to because you should have known?
Yeah, it was my fault. Yeah.
But it let you keep rolling and then just deduct it, or what?
No, he didn't. He just deducted it, and I stopped working for him, and that's when I had to pay that money and for the ticket to get my license cleared, and it was like $3,000. I had just paid the toll. I just paid the toll on this. I'm like, where am I going to get this money from? So I was like, what am I going to do? And I made a deal with some guy. We made a little contract, and he's like, "Oh, come drive for me, and I'll pay it off for you." And I was driving for him, and he wasn't paying it off, so I was driving dirty for probably like 6 months.
Well, why would you say that and not pay it?
Well, I know why.
Because if it happened again, you were gonna go through that all over again, weren't you?
Yeah, but
and then that's bad on you.
Yeah, no, but I wasn't going far. Just staying local and working at night.
At night.
So, and I finally got my money together, and forget it. So I paid it off myself, and he was a dude that was like, "Look, man, I'm gonna tell you how the business is. Like, it's all grimy people here. Don't trust nobody." And like he ended
starting with me.
Yeah, and that was crazy because everything that he said to watch out for, he did that shit. So like, that's another thing where I was like, you know what, fuck that, I'm getting my bad language. But
it came out naturally, dale.
Like,
fuck.
I'm getting my own. I gotta work on my own. I'm making these people all this money, and nobody appreciates the goddamn thing. So let's get that moving, and that's when I found that truck. And the people, that's Fulan, that's the one that I work for now. And they were supportive the whole way. Oh yeah, do your thing, I still work for them till this day. the OCT.
Fulan, like FOO, like Fu?
No, it's FU, yeah. FULAND.
Oh,
But it's OCT Express, too. Not too long ago, they sold me another one for dirt cheap, too. And
so you're working it out with them right there.
Yeah. I work for them. I do the work. I push work for them. And they're real cool, man. They're real good people.
So right there, you're owner-operator, but leased on, right?
No, I'm just owner-operator on my own. And, like, they just, I don't know how. They were taking care of all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right. We could talk about that, like how you stand on that. Like, you, because see, you were doing the bobtail trucking, and then you upgraded to driver, and then owner-operator with a day cab. Now you're owner-operator with the sleeper. I'm just saying. And then you're at this company where what I want to know is you're using their permits, right?
Yeah, I'm using their permits.
Their stuff is on your truck.
But I'm using my insurance.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Owner-operator.
So I'm just using their permits. And,
yeah, so what that means that anytime if you wanted to, you have your own insurance, so you just go to another company and you can slap those permits on.
Yeah, they don't mind I go work for somebody else. You know,
just cover up their stuff.
Yeah, just cover what I got to do with them, and I go do whatever.
But they would be upset, right, if you ran like a load for your buddy with their permits on there. No,
they wouldn't. As long as I get my work done with them. As long as I put in my work over here.
Well, that's cool. A lot of people really trip on that. Like, don't use my permits for nothing. Right?
Yeah, no, they're real cool. Like, this company, like, I've never had an issue with them, and like even like bonuses I've got from them. Like, I haven't had a bonus in years. You know, as being a truck driver, I've never gotten one. And like, they're cool, man. And like, that's why I don't try not to screw that up.
You want to talk about the incident? If you don't want to mention the location or the company that kind of put them on the spot, and kind of you how you fixed that?
Oh, with the youth, punk ass youth. I'm not gonna be like,
we go Busen at Busen at Fusen. Yeah, there you go. What happened at Fusen, man?
They're all doing escante over there. They're all escante warriors. Especially that crane operator.
They ganged up on you, man. I had that picture. I had that.
If that crane operator is listening,
evidence.
I'm looking for you, nigga.
He said the word, not me, guys.
I have a hood pass. No, yeah. They were, I wasn't trying to make a big deal. I just wanted my truck fixed. And they ganged up on me. It was like 100 versus 1. And I'm like, 100 words versus my word. That's kind of tough, And like, when I tried to say something about it, they ran me off the internet. But I told you. They're like, hey, you better delete that. They called my company, and they're like, hey, they banned my whole company. They banned all of OCT and Fulan, and hey, you better delete that post, or
or everyone's banned.
Yeah. So
you had the accident, and then you felt they ganged up on you. Your voice wasn't heard. The simple solution is ban you, get the hell out of here. And then you wanted to share with other truckers so they could watch out for that. And, and then they got word of it, and then they told your company that you have to have me remove that. Like, why didn't they tell me to remove it?
They sent my company the screenshot of the post on Containeroz on Instagram, and they said, we guys gotta take that down.
Or else you're all banned, not just him.
And I was like, hey, but what do I get out of it, Like, oh, you, nothing. You're still banned. But your company gets unbanned. And I was like, my company unbanned? Yeah, your company. Like, they were not letting anybody in my company in. So I didn't want me to mess it up for everybody. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take it down. But you better unban that company for sure. Like, and right away, like, I sent them that I took it down. And
if you could have negotiated better, like, why don't you unban me too? Like, why are you?
No, I think I had more. Like I said, I think I had more to lose. And screw that port anyway. It sucks.
Yeah.
Not like that, but it wasn't worth the time The truck, I fixed it the same day.
That's what happens. See what you said there. It wasn't worth the time. Oh, it's all right.
And that's
it's
what they
not
want
all
to say.
right.
Yeah,
it's not all right because then everybody thinks like that. So that's why they get away with stuff like that, intimidating the little guy.
So, right away when you work for a company like that, like right away, hey, bring that guy down, go do a drug test right away. You go do a drug. Both of you guys drug test. Mm-hmm. And that guy didn't even come down. He didn't come down at all. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't see who he was. Like, okay, and then they're like, oh, like, there's a lot of noise out here. It's far for him. You're in his blind spot up there. Like, what about me? I have blind spots. Yeah. I'm here. I hear everything too. Like, we have the same, the same issues down here. And like, if I would hit him,
operating your equipment goes.
Yeah, if I would hit him, it would have been, or some, like the opposite.
Yeah. And so if it really was your fault, it would have been way more than a ban, right? It would have been kind of like an insurance claim or a police report.
Something.
So this is just get out of here. We don't want the heat.
Yeah, pretty much.
And make sure you delete that post.
And then I got mad. I kind of ruined it too because
I deleted it in your favor because I didn't want you to have problems, but I still thought it was kind of weird.
It was messy. Yeah, it was like you can't beat us. You're not gonna beat us. So just take the L.
What would you do differently if you could go and change it? You'd still have me delete it, or
yeah, I won't because I don't want the company to. I don't want other people to suffer because of me opening my mouth or come in because when they told me they weren't going to fix my truck in that little moment right there, I started cursing everybody out. Man, you fucking bitch! Like you guys didn't give me like that's fucked up. How you guys are treating me like, and like they're like that's when they're like, okay, now you gotta go. I was like, we were gonna give you your load, but now not anymore. I was like, man, I don't want your fucking load anyway, man. You get pissed off, you get mad, and you talk out of your ass and. That's what
you're just frustrated because you're not being heard, and your side of the story is not going. Yeah,
it's like what the fuck? Like, what is it to you to fix my truck? A couple hundred, the G or two. For me, that's a lot of money for you.
But
guys.
That's owning up to it, so that's why they couldn't pay you because then they own up to it.
They own up to it, and then later on they'll probably think you'll get a lawsuit or something. So, like I'm not here for a lawsuit, man. I just find some fucking truck fix or or
some respect.
So notice, let people know what's going on. So yeah, be careful, people out there. Using this.
You sin.
Yeah, man. But it is what it is, man. There's part of the game sometimes.
You think? I guess it's done with, but. There should be a way that the truckers should know how to handle a situation like that,
Yeah, and like even with like you posting that, like letting us be heard at least, like put it out there. Hey, like well, it's not just him; it's all of us or something, But it could have been worse. I mean, it couldn't be worse. At least nobody got hurt. I thought I was gonna die when that shit was pushing my truck. Like,
it kept.
You just hear it like oh damn, what's going on? I thought a container was, and I don't know what was going on till I jumped out of the truck and I ran and oh shit, what's going on?
Well, you got a lot of heat as well in the comments. A lot of people were saying it was your fault. Yeah, stay out of the line and whatnot. So I understand that. Because a picture could what is it? 1,000 words? What is that?
1,000 words, yeah.
You see that picture, and if we take a picture right now, someone could say they're looking at each other and he's mean mugging. But you know what I mean? It's all on the perspective of whoever's
Everybody has their own opinion,
But you really do feel it was not your fault for the record.
I honestly 100% don't think it was my fault.
Okay. So then,
but everybody.
So that's why it was frustrating
that and people are always gonna say they're always gonna open their mouth. They're gonna say whatever they want to say until they're there, till that happens to them. Then they'll be like, "Oh shit."
I wonder how that negotiating system works because I did that too. I got my whole company banned a long time ago for something I did at ICTF. So they
oh, shit.
It kind of sounds like a negotiation, like, hey, turn that guy in or you're all banned.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that, but
that or if your company is good at kissing ass, or having a sweet talk to them, then you get away with it. That's all they want to hear. They're just like anybody else. They just want somebody, kissing their ass and, talking to them nice. Which, that's how the ports are, too. So, you go up to the speaker, man, what do you want? Like, hey, calm down, shit. Like, hey, how's your day? And act a little nicer, but...
I mean, we're in 2022. There should be a way for accountability. Like, I don't think it's a wrong idea to have some kind of, like... every clerk maybe can have like a clerk number of who serviced you, and it prints along with that ticket.
That ticket, yeah.
Like, how was my service, or this? Like, oh, it was clerk number 129. You could rate the clerks. I know it's far fetched, but I'm just saying, like, we're in a time when I can order Starbucks from the app and walk up like 30 minutes later and it's ready for me. Like, well, why can't we do something?
I don't think that'll work because some people are sometimes just out to get somebody.
Yeah, también. Yeah.
Like, even they could have been cool, but you could have been a dick or misunderstanding. And you'd be like, man, fuck that guy. Fuck clerk this guy. He said this.
Yeah.
Like,
well, okay, I guess it is what it is. So,
it's just like them. Like, I don't know why they got to be pissed off when that's their job. Like, why are you mad? If you don't want to, if you're mad, then why are you here? Just go home, Why are you going to go make people's days miserable just because you're having a bad day?
Yeah. Well, we got to learn as well not to let it affect us and know that it's not us. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to do that.
Sometimes you think it's just you because the reality is they talk to like maybe thousands of people a day or hundreds a day.
Yeah.
So maybe they lose reality with that too. Like, okay, like everyone's a different person. Everyone.
Yeah, but then, I mean, they do that, but, But they forget that we're the ones in the line and we're actually waiting for them.
Yeah.
And, like, they're going to be dicks about it. Like, we're the ones out here in the fucking sun. You guys are in your little office chilling, like, doing your job. Why are you mad about it? We're over here almost ripping each other's heads off.
One thing that upset me was it would really piss me off when it would happen. And I'm like, damn. Let's say you wait outside a couple hours. You finally make it to the speaker. And for some reason, this speaker, this clerk is in a rush. And you can't find the booking number. Like, for some reason, something happened. Maybe you had bad luck and your phone died shortly before you got there and now it's powering up or something, man. Yeah. A little discrepancy. And I always found it fucked up that I wait 2 hours to get to talk to you, and then you can't give me 10 seconds to find a couple numbers. And I get skipped, bro. So it's like... So that was frustrating. So see, that's them not putting themselves in our shoes. Yeah. And then that's us not putting ourselves in their shoes when it comes to being annoyed with talking to someone.
Yeah, it's always you. It's you. But at the end of the day, we are going to put in our own effort to, to help each other out. And it's not like that. It's a dog eat dog. We're all out here. We're all of us are out here. We're all out here. Truck drivers, whatever, clerks, all. And instead of like helping each other, giving each other a hand, it's everybody's at each other's throats. And like, I see it more with the security where they're more, they're more dicks with us and shit. But a lot of us do dumbass shit and like,
Yeah, so that's what it's perspective. It's like now you think everyone does dumbass shit, so you just don't let no one slide. Yeah. So it's like, well, that person wasn't doing no dumb shit.
Yeah, when you
and
get
it's like,
that
why
person,
are you talking to me like that? I'm not doing no dumb shit.
Like that happens to me where I'm like, cause they look at me and they think I don't speak English. I look like a straight paisa.
Sí.
So like, they're like, they come at me like that. Hey, hold on, man, calm down. What you talking shit? Like, I'm a human being too. I'm in here with you too. Like, what's the issue? Don't fucking yell at me.
Yeah. Oh, you cussed. Give me your license.
Yep.
Give me your license.
Here they start taking pictures.
Give me your license. Give me your license.
When we give it to you, like,
no.
You're really.
The minute you give it to them, you're fucked.
You're really.
They hold the hostage. You gotta follow them all the way out.
That quick, man. Yeah, they took pictures of my truck in 8 p.m. because I was going down the lane, and my truck barely fit, and the dude with the yard goat, he came in, boom. So like we're like this, we're front to front, and none of us can move, and like security comes up, and he starts taking pictures of my shit, boom, 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 and then like we finally move. And I caught up to that security. Hey, what are you taking pictures of my truck for? He's like, oh yeah. And like the next thing you know, $600 fucking $600. I was like, are you kidding me? I just got kicked out of using yesterday, and then you're charging me $600. Man,
Yeah, that would get me
Don't you
nervous
guys
when
have
I would
enough
see them
money?
like start writing down my plates. I was like, oh shit. And then I would just follow them. I'll be like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, try to
I
be
mean, if
cool.
I'm banned, let me know. I don't want to waste my time and
Yeah,
come and
if I
find out
know-
when I get here.
If I know I did it, what I'll do means here, right? Here's whatever you want. I'll pay you right now. But if I know I didn't do anything wrong, that's when they grind your gears. Like,
Yeah.
nah, man, come here.
It seems that there's a lot of rules for the amount of rules that there is on safety. It's interesting that unfortunately people are dying recently.
Yeah,
like
a lot
if it's
recently,
so if it's so safe, well, like what's going on? Like is it the circumstances in there that people are in a rush? Like why are they in a rush? Like why?
That's crazy. Lately,
That causes unsafe environment. So what's causing the rush? Have you thought about that?
There's a lot of unsafe shit that goes in there. They need more OSHA.
The freaking lights, bro. The lights look like fucking depressing as fuck.
Oh,
I don't know
there?
if you
Yeah.
PCT at night. It's like
Oh, PCT.
Va a
There's,
salir la llorona, way from
Oh,
the back of the
yeah.
containers. You
when
know?
you get a spot way back there where there's nobody, and then they don't even pay attention to you for hours. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So for the record, you don't have COVID, right?
No,
You're getting
no.
suspicious right now. Be hearing the.
No, I started
You good?
sniffles. No, I had it a few weeks, like probably about 3 weeks ago.
Oh
I did
hell
catch
no!
it.
Okay, all right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching the Corona podcast.
Nah, let's see.
No, I had it a few weeks ago, but I'm cool now.
Yeah.
I didn't get it as bad as the first time. The first
Oh, you got it again?
I got it twice.
And you got the jab or not?
Nah.
No.
I don't want to be no zombie.
Yeah. So yeah, where were we? Because that other topic is a whole nother world, man. I don't know if I want to get into it right now.
That'll get us kicked off for sure.
That'll
get it kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
We're not Joe Rogan. We don't.
Luis Rogan.
We are Luis Rogan. You know, we don't got Spotify behind us.
Even Spotify went up against them. If enough people disagree with something, if enough people say 1 + 1 is 3, then unfortunately these times we're in, 1 + 1 is 3.
Yeah,
And,
but now
1 + 1 is 3, bro. Have a nice day. So that
now with
I
the
try
guy that
and-
brings the most views in your whole system, in the whole
right.
they can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, man. I guess.
A bunch of they try to get him for a lot of stuff. I love Joe Rogan. I love the show,
Yeah.
and they try to get him for a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna work.
Well, the recent one was because of the word you used earlier that
Yeah.
the context is not in a derogatory fashion,
It's
but
not like
but people they love to just stir the pot, man. And
and I'm not saying it. I wasn't saying it in a bad way. Like
no, like I think it's very rampant in the Latino community that chills with black people as well. So that it's kind of like they, I don't know, would want to say adopted or whatever, but I guess they hang out so much and it's just a figure. Como se dice? It just comes into the vocabulary, like
Yeah, it's-
like saying "foo."
It's like food.
Like
Yeah.
"Hey foo, hey foo,
Hey, fool."
hey foo." So it's like.
Fools come well. Shout out.
Yeah. So, fool, some people might see it wrong too. Like fool. You're calling me a fool? Pero you switch it up,
Yeah,
fool, and
fool.
it's not,
It's not so
you know?
bad.
Yeah, but I don't know. Moving on before we get canceled. What?
Shout out to my black homies out there.
¿Cómo se llaman? What's up, Ontan?
Oh, damn.
You're lying.
It's because like I said, since as soon as I pulled up, my mind went blank on a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. That's why you got a notebook.
I don't. This is my first podcast with no notebook.
Gee, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
We're going to find out. I came to realize that silence is okay. You just process your thoughts, you know.
Silence is okay, but not in a podcast.
Yeah, it is. You notice if you try to rush, well, I do prefer silence over chewing ice on.
Oh,
But yeah, you notice like,
that was
would you prefer silence over like
what they call a pierdada. How do you say it? Pierdada.
pedrada,
Pierdada, whatever.
a subliminal message, a subliminal hit?
Message. In other words, stop chewing ice, bro.
Earlier you mentioned the school. How was that experience?
Oh, the school sucked. Like I was learning more in the yard goating and like my uncle's trucks than the school.
Mm-hmm.
The school was horrible. I went. I don't want to say their name because I don't want nobody to go there. Because it was cheap. Don't get me wrong, it was cheap.
Yeah.
But cheaper is not better. I'll tell you that. But the good thing, like I had the yard goating experience.
Yeah.
And like I had a little bit of experience with my uncle's truck, so it wasn't too bad for me. But somebody that is starting fresh that has no experience in like either parking or sometimes I felt like I was an instructor because the instructors were out there fucking around and I was over here helping people actually park and shit.
Yeah.
It was a horrible experience. And then when I went to go take the test, I sat at the DMV from 5 a.m. I got there at 5 a.m. in Fontana.
Mm-hmm.
Like I live in fucking Paramount Long Beach.
Oh, you went all the way over there on test day?
Yeah, on test day, 5 in the morning. And I get there and I'm waiting till 7, 8, 9.
Fuck.
And then people are taking their test, failing, fucking up, passing, whatever. And like, after 2:30, there's no more driving. We're just doing. And I was like, wait a minute, it's 2:40, and like, I've been here since 5 in the morning. And they're like, you have? And I was like, yeah. And you still haven't taken? Nope. And she's like, well, there's no more driving. And I was like, this is some bullshit. I got it. And so, like, she's like, all right, if you do the backing up, like the parking in this certain amount of time, if you do it right away, then I'll let you drive. And I'm like, I drove the yard goal. This is like the easiest shit. So, boom, right away in 5 minutes, I passed all that shit. So she's like, all right, well, let's go drive. And driving, man, they're strict. You know, the DMV. Man, she's like, you passed by the skin of your teeth. I will say, shit, but did I pass? She's like, yeah, all right, well, you my shit, man. I'm out, you know. And you're excited, you know. Hell yeah, I got my Class A. I'm going to work. Let's go. Hell no, but nope. And then the people that promised you the work never pulled up either. So you're like, yeah, I had people tell me,
get your CDL, hit me up, all right? I got you.
Yeah, get it. No, I got you. And they're like, oh, my insurance is too high. I can't get you. Like, man, like you should have known this before. Why are you over here hyping me up? And
yeah.
So that's when you gotta start calling them favors and start calling people you haven't talked to. Hey,
buddy.
Hey, man. How's it hanging, bruh?
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that is that, as soon as you get it, like that's your... You could literally get it, from what I understand, you could get it and not drive for 6 months. But the fact that you have it on your record...
You have it on your record. There's a lot of people that have it and they never drove in their life.
Yeah, and then now their insurance will be super low because they have experience, you know? Like.
Yeah, but people that are using it to work, then it's a different story. Mm-hmm. But everyone, you know, as long as if they look for it or they chase it as much as they do, then they're going to find it.
Yeah, we're talking about license, and then that reminded me, my TWIC is about to expire.
Oh, mine next month. Jeez.
Mine expires March 16, 2022.
I think mine next month too, March.
But I'm not driving at the moment, so what should I do? Should I go renew it either way?
Renew it either way.
Yeah.
March 3rd.
Does anything happen if I don't you don't know? Does anything happen if I don't renew it?
No, you just got to reapply for it. Is that your first time renewing it?
This is my second time.
Oh, then you got to go to the office.
Yeah?
It's my second time, too. I got to go to the office.
No, this is my third time.
Yeah, it's going to be my third time.
Stop copying me. You said second.
Well,
now it's the third. This is my fourth time.
You got me.
I think they're still in Lakewood.
I'm gonna
check it out.
Carson and Paramount, passing Paramount.
Yeah, I think it's good to have it. That way, when I get my license back,
I had it because of the refineries before.
Yeah.
Before driving.
You know, I used it a couple times, and I got because someone told me I could use it like for military discount.
Oh, you could?
Yeah, I used that at Home Depot.
No shit.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I forgot where else too, but then at another spot, someone called me out on it. What branch?
Oh.
Containeroz. Yeah. So I want to ask you something because you have it on your truck. What does the Containeroz sticker mean to you? What does that mean to you? That word or that?
Well, like I said, it's a platform, or it's like now it's a platform with this podcast there, where or it's showing. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
That's
But
okay,
yeah,
take
right
your time.
now it's a platform for like the way you have the podcast for, like I said, Joe Smalls, regular truck drivers like us, people that like I got to say the story that is what happened to me, or
Yeah, you got to share it.
people telling you how the business really is, instead of somebody that is never driven, but they have, they have companies, but, they're dispatchers. Everybody gives their point of view pretty much, but regular people, not.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Everyone's regular people, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Even the top executives, they're all regular people.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to make it a trend. Like, we're just as capable and we matter just as much. What frustrates me is that we're always like bending over. Like, you said something earlier, and I like the ring of it.
We're in the front lines. We're the front line guys. We're the ones taking all the heat. We're doing all the dirt and taking all the heat.
But we hear the stuff last. How did you say it though? I sounded cool. Like, what was it? We always we find out last, but we're always in the front line. Something like that. With regards to stuff like enforcements and regulations.
Yeah, we're always the last ones to find out. We're the man, I don't know. A lot of
the point is that they never take us into consideration. We just find out after, and like this is what it is. Comply. Okay, now it's added. Like we got so much shit already. We got to worry about. We got the USDOT. Outside of the terminals, the clearinghouse.
I'm not getting through one thing.
Program.
I already have to do another thing.
Hours of service, the carb, some trucks are going out.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
People gotta buy a truck all over again, and then you're stuck waiting all this time in the terminals. Like how the fuck? Some people literally ask, "Hey, you guys are always complaining, man. Why don't you just switch it up?" Well, we're like, that's not the point. Like, it's okay to hope that someday it could change.
Yeah,
And it's like, why run away from it? Why not bring awareness to it?
Yeah,
and
exactly,
maybe it's not
awareness.
for us. Maybe the next people that come in. Like, what if there was other people fighting for us when we weren't even in it yet? And by the time we got in, it was taken care of. Like, I don't know. It's like
fix the problem before it's somebody else has to go through it.
Yeah, because
we're actually out there. We're out. We're the one taking all the heat. Like we're doing all the dirt. And no, we're not getting the respect for it or whatever. Like
taking into consideration.
Yeah, and then everybody like nobody's really getting how we're getting it. We're getting like the bad end of it.
I think because helping us doesn't make anyone any money.
Yeah, it doesn't make any. Well, that's the thing too. Since it doesn't affect them, they're still gonna get paid.
Yeah,
and they see us. Oh man, don't worry about it. You're getting paid. Yeah, but I'm getting paid, and just like you're getting paid, but I'm getting over here bent over, and you're over there sitting chilling,
Yeah.
So a lot of people like it's easy for them to tell us, like, "Oh, come on, it's just this," but they're not out there. They don't know. Like dispatchers, like they want to. Oh man, don't worry, it's just that, it's just that. But they never been to the port. They don't know how the port is. They've never been to certain companies. They don't know how those companies act or the traffic or.
Yeah.
And it's so easy for them to be like, "Oh, come on, like, bro, you have no idea." Like
the most offensive shit. Well, one of the most is like, "Shut up! All you do is sit on your ass all day, you fat ass."
Man.
Like, oh, what?
Like
that's like telling like a stay-at-home mom, all you do is stay home all day.
Oh, I know. Tell that to a stay-at-home mom. What the fuck you gonna get?
You're gonna get the chancla, homie.
You get the chancla.
Yeah.
Man.
So see, like we gotta, cause I know for a fact, like the minute it's my turn, and cause she gotta run an errand, I'm like, oh shit, this is hard.
Yeah, like
So, I think if people switch roles for a day, let's just say an example, they would be a lot more respect for the other party. Like, oh, so that's what you go through.
Yeah,
so that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this. I want to,
Yeah. Well,
anyone that'll come on and share your point of view, and then the next guy will be like,
yeah,
oh shit, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
We're not just sitting on our ass. We're shifting gears to it.
And eating and
eating soup
and
while driving.
pooping in buckets and.
I haven't done that poop in the bucket yet, but
Everyone denies it. I know you have, man. Everyone
I'm too big, bro. Those K-dubs are small inside.
Yeah.
Too tight.
That BBL coming in clutch or what?
I'm getting me a BBL, bro.
Yeah. So back to that, man. Is there anything you would, if let's say you could change something, just one thing? What's your priority right now? The top thing that is a problem in the ports.
Like trying to get us out of there as soon as possible. Like the workers actually, the union guys actually working, and like trying to, instead of like coming into work, like try to get us out as fast as possible instead of like
But fast is unsafe according to the terminals and the.
Yeah, but like okay, that's not that. Bro. They drive like maniacs anywhere in there. The freaking those dudes are wild, man. No, they got no respect.
Yeah.
And it's not even those guys. They're crane operators. Where they're just sometimes you see the videos of we're sitting here 15, 20 minutes, and they don't move, or like they gotta do something about that. That or I think that pretty much.
What would you like to know more of? Like when you think of the port operation, how do you think it works? Is there anything you're missing that you wish you knew? Like
on
because you notice we see longshoremen, we see truckers, we see the people at the warehouse, but you feel there's like a missing piece that someone you would like to talk to, like, or is that all you know? Like,
man, all I know is what I have to do.
Yeah.
What they gotta do, what they do is what they do. But just don't leave us out. Don't treat us. Have a little more sympathy for us. Like how they scratch my back. I scratch yours. Maybe things will go a lot better if they would do their job more faster. Or I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe it is what it is. Like they are doing the best they can, but sometimes I feel like most of the time I feel like they're not.
Yeah.
And they're out to get us. They think that we're rolling in cash, so like they want to charge us for everything and they want to do this, and we gotta move, man. Time is money for us, and we're sitting in there too long time, and it sucks. But maybe they are doing, maybe that's the fastest they can move.
You think it matters if anyone's union or not to how you treat them?
I think so. I think the union is baby. I think they have too many, like I said, like they ganged up on me. I bet you all those people are union.
Okay.
Like, they have,
So you think that role has a lot to do with whether it is right or wrong? Like,
it's not right or wrong. It's just.
You think you would have been treated differently if you were in a company that's, union?
Probably, if it wasn't union, maybe I'll be treated worse because they're all independent, and I think the union is. I think they need to take it out of there.
You think so? What's your? Why do you think that?
Like I said, they get to do whatever they want. Like they get away with a lot of stuff, and we can't get away with certain. We don't get away with almost anything.
Yeah, people have said that, and then some have said that it would actually be worse.
Worse without it?
Yeah, supposedly.
Maybe less organized.
Because now it's cheaper because the terminals, from what I understand, the terminals hire them. So they order how many they need that day based on the volume they have, right? When they want to be cheap, they order less. That's why you have the long lines, because the volume's coming in no matter what. They don't care what time it's going to happen. So now imagine they can get rid of them. Now it's going to be like minimum wage,
I think that's another thing. They got to get rid of like the casualty stuff and just have people full time working.
Casuals.
Yeah. What do they call them? What do they call it?
You called it a casualty.
Casualty, that's a deaf one.
Yeah, casual. It's cool.
Yeah, the casuals, they got to get rid of that and just have people that's their job and stay there and don't, because they have people moved around everywhere. I think that's what it fucks it up too.
Okay, yeah.
Like one day you're in TTI and one day you're over here. Just have it where there's just one person that has that job, that way they know what they got to do already. And like, have it run smoother instead of having, one day you're over here 4 hours and over here 3 hours. And one day you're in the crane and one day you're in just give somebody a job and have them do that job, and
So they master their craft.
they master their craft, and there's no issues.
Yeah.
I bet you there'll be less injuries, less death, like more faster moving, probably like that.
Because you know your area.
Because you know what you're doing. It's like it's a mania already.
Okay.
It's like somebody that has the same route every day. They already know when the traffic's going. Like,
yeah.
So I think that would be better. Like, get rid of the union and just make it a real company. Because it's like a mafia right there, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what would happen. I'm curious how everything plays out. Whatever happens, even watching this automation come in, like there's this project that's gonna get a lot of trucks off the road supposedly for the rail.
Oh, railroad.
Yeah. So.
Oh, the one they're building, huh?
Yeah, but then truckers say the same, kind of like how longshoremen say. They don't say the same. I take that back. But what I'm trying to say is that it seems like you're losing jobs to automation, but they say that it's covering what we can't cover. So although there's jobs lost to automation, there's more volume that we couldn't have handled anyways. So it just covers that. But I think eventually it'll take more. Like, oh, we're good. We got this covered. Let me get your work now,
Yeah.
Because from our point of view, it's like that train took away Lambridge jobs. Right?
Yeah.
So.
But there's always, this, like you said, there's always volume coming in, so they still going to need us,
Yeah, it's going to be hard to automate trucking I think.
The thing about automation,
you can't get a robot to go look for a chassis. You can't get him to lock the pins. You can't get him to go navigate around the terminal, go through Roto, go to the customer, back up, open the doors. Right?
That, yeah.
They're
still going to need somebody in there.
Yeah.
That and like automation, when it takes a shit, it takes a shit. And they can have that. And one, that will cause a clusterfuck if that happens.
Well, the evidence is, word on the street is Tradepack and LBCT have different software or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because they're different companies. They're different.
Yeah, so Tradepack is not upgrading. I heard they had an option to upgrade a while back, but it would have cost them 10 cents per container for that upgrade to be on the same speed as LBCT. But they chose to stay the way what they have allegedly.
I can't.
This is just my opinion. It's not confirmed. So
for 10 cents a container.
Yeah, they're like, no thanks. We'll stay how we are. Dinosaur status. Automation Dinosaur Edition. It's weird. It's like this. It's been really fucked up lately.
Yeah, but Tradepack isn't as busy as LBCT. It's like smaller, right?
With more reason for it to be successful, it should flow efficiently. If it's smaller, there's less traffic, right?
Yeah, but you see how money hungry, and for 10 cents, how much is that?
Yeah, that shit adds up because there's hundreds of thousands a year.
That's what it is. All this is money.
Yeah.
All these ports, all these union, all this is about money. And the more they can make, the more the greedier they're gonna be, and the less they're gonna give a fuck about us. As long as their volume is coming in, like you said, they're always gonna have volume. Yeah. They don't give a 2 cents about us.
What could we do to change that?
I don't think we can do anything. I think we just gotta go with the flow and see what happens.
What if we all just bump our rates up?
They'll find somebody else. There's always somebody else gonna do it cheaper. That's the problem too. That we don't know. They're gonna do it cheaper. There's always somebody that's gonna do it cheaper. You see how it is in the ports. We're going at each other's throat when we're supposed to be helping each other out. That's the one thing about the business where it's always going to be like that. There's not going to be everybody in the same track, or is everybody, instead of working together, man, fuck that guy. Just por tus huevos, like then they don't want. And like I said, it's money.
There's that convoy. There's that convoy going to DC, and some people already are like, well, let those bozos go.
Yeah, let them go.
And I'll take their work.
Yeah,
like,
let them go.
Right there, it shows. Like,
you think they care? You think they care in DC? No.
Or they say, oh, well, I gotta support my family. But everyone has a unique situation. So it's understandable. But it's also fucked up that we're in that situation to begin with. Like, because we should be making what we're worth and be able to afford when it comes time to do shit like that without it impacting us. Because then that just shows that we're like dependent on, we're like living paycheck to paycheck. If you can't afford to take a week off to support a cause that's for you in your industry, then you're financially unstable. You can't. You're tied in. Your hands are tied.
They ain't giving us none.
But, and that's the reality that people they're not in a good situation to support that. So.
They're selling themselves cheap. They're prostituting themselves for a couple dollars.
For volume.
Mm-hmm. Just so they can have, for some people it works. They feel like, that's enough for me. And for others, this is never going to be enough.
So right there where you work at, or, do they offer you parking? Do they offer you a fuel card? Like, what kind of company is it?
Like, if I need anything,
yeah,
they'll help me. If I ask them for help, they'll help me. But no, I have my own. I got my parking right there.
Yeah. How much are you paying these days to park a bobtail?
$400.
$400.
$400. Okay. But I got it. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
But it's bobtail. But it's a good spot.
You think? Last I checked in that area, it was like 250, 300,
really?
Right? But it's going up, right, every year because of.
I don't know. It went up. It just went up $50 last year.
Mm-hmm.
But other places is like $200. But like they're dirt.
You show up, your batteries are gone.
Yeah. Like right there, I've never had an issue. Just on the antenna missing. That's it. Once, but like there's people. They got dirt roads. They got I don't have to wash my truck for a month sometimes because it's not getting dirty there. It's safe. And it's right there, right down the street from the port. So I think it's worth it.
The neighbor, the Mikyarda.
I don't know.
The yard, McDonald's, the Yarda. Yeah, I recently heard that they can't park there no more, bobtail trucks.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
What's all that parking for before then for the crackheads?
At night, they put a chain up. So now the only way to go in is through, if you're going to do drive-through, you go in through the main entrance, which is one that the trucks don't really fit in anyways. So at night, they just put these chains and they hang from one pole to the other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine you can't see that shit and you go through there.
Yeah, people used to live there. Or people used to go on vacation and leave their truck there for a week or two. Or
I've seen people leave their trucks there. Like, that whole thing, parking your truck in the street, man, it's like, if you're in this shit, it's too much risk, Well,
it feels like some of these guys don't have nowhere to go in a way because there's different perspectives. Some people say it's because they're cheap. Some people say it's because it's convenient. Some people live right by the McDonald's, so they were like, "Fuck it, why not?" And some people just see it like savings, like, "Why not? I work every day, money, and then you know what I mean." But if they really wanted to park in the street, they get harassed for that, and it's a city that's like very truck.
Yeah, they should have something. Somebody should do something about that.
Yeah, like nobody wants the trucks anywhere, but then we do it to ourselves too because a lot of people are nasty, bro. Like, did you know you used to be able to park trucks on what's the street on Santa Fe? Is that the one?
Yeah, right there by
where the Long Beach Travel Center is and the McDonald's is. The cross street. That's PCH
Santa Fe.
And Santa Fe. So Santa Fe going towards Anaheim, that was trucks could park there before, like.
They still do, no? Some I still see some.
But now there's like, you will get a ticket eventually, But then it got so nasty that
Yeah, people leaving. That's because
leave your piss bottles, take a shit.
The truck drivers too, like if they're gonna give you these chances and they blow them by leaving these messes and like picking up the little lot lizards or or just like blocking driveways. You gotta do your part too. if you're not gonna do your part, then I get it. Kick them out.
You were never tempted to park there?
And I did. I parked over there by you know where 7 Star is at? Over there close to where the Chrome shop. What is it called? Autos.
Oh, I was there a lot.
Oh yeah, that one street
Yeah.
where you were parked. The next
Yeah.
street over is that little where there's always trucks. I used to park there.
That was my favorite spot.
Yeah,
Until the local company started fucking it up for everyone else.
Yeah,
They park containers on the street like
Yeah,
it's nothing, man.
And then the
Fuck,
the Western Express too. There's a man there all the time.
There was a homeless couple that they would park their vans always in the dead end.
Uh-huh.
In the dead end when you do the U-turn, and they would park there, right? And I remember one time I pulled up to go to work, and I'm like, oh, pobrecitos, dude. Like, they were boxed in by containers, bro. Like, all around them, you know? It's fucked up. These fools did not give a fuck. Until then, they came and gave everybody tickets.
What do you think about that? All those people with those
Well, they call it being conchudo or whatever. Like, you take advantage of the situation and then you burn the spot.
no,
That
like
was a sweet spot.
all those people with the RVs and the beat up motorhomes in the street right there. What street is that?
Well, these guys in particular, their shit was on point.
Uh-huh.
I think they were just, I don't know what the situation was, but I know the ones you're talking about are the ones that are like, they push them across the street, and that's how they move them. They don't even run, and then there's a bunch of trash outside of them.
Trash, man, right there in that street. What is it? Right there where the 103 is at?
Yeah.
Where the lunch truck parks.
Uh-huh.
That right there is, man, it's a disaster right there. And like, I've seen people fighting right because our company used to be right there in that street.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people fighting. I've seen people do rails and fucking injecting themselves. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they don't tell them nothing. And as soon as a truck parks wrong or, you know, bam,
It's a money thing, bro. Like, all these people that come into play, they say that that's how they pitch it. Like, we're going to clean up the streets, keep them safe, and I don't know what. But there's definitely a problem out there that we don't know what the fuck it is. Because people need to stop ending up there to begin with. What's going on that people end up in that world?
It's because they get, you know, I heard a lot of them get their own, they have debit cards where they get a check every month. Where as long as they're homeless and they're living in those trucks, like, they get paid every month for it.
Yeah, that's an issue that's hard to tackle because just because you cleaned the street, you didn't solve shit. You just relocated it.
Yeah, they relocated it.
And now it's a problem for someone else.
What street is over there? Compton Boulevard? That thing, that man, crazy. There's a company where I drop empties over there. And sheesh, man, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, and there was the solution. Like, Sleepy Joe had this thing in a church in Hollywood is distributing these pipa packages for the Scante Warriors.
You seen that?
Yeah.
Like 60 Minutes, Joe Biden was, or whatever. I don't care about politics. I hate politics because I'm politically retarded. But like, I seen that shit. It's crazy.
Well, if you think about it, it controls how we live. So we should care about politics to a degree. But not to the point where me and you are going to argue and I'm going to stop being friends with you because you're a different party. Like, no.
That's dumb. That's why
That's like religion.
I never let none of that stuff get in between.
Yeah.
Because I have family members that are super Trump. They were Trump for 100%. And it's not going to stop me from hating. I have friends that, you know, you can't, whatever.
Right? It's like, have your opinion and it's cool. But it's
just
like when you try to be like, I'm mad because you don't have the same opinion as me and I hate you.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Just don't try to push it on me.
That's the ultimate divider right there. Like,
just don't try so much to push it on me because, you know, I have some liberal views and I have a lot of right views. You know?
Yeah.
But that's not going to... I'm like I said, I'm politically retarded. I don't know nothing about that shit, so I can't really put my 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
But...
You put your 2 cents the way you can.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
the way you can, or like, I mean, let's just avoid it.
Yeah. Well, look, politically, it's not really. It can be politics that leads to how trucking is now. So,
I don't think that's
because then that's where we're left. Like, oh, okay, I guess I'll obey now. Like this, you know.
I think politics has already enough in their plate.
Yeah.
That's why they don't give a shit about us. They're like, oh fuck, they're just a bunch of dumbass truck drivers. And it sucks. It sucks that it's like that, but you know they do have a lot on their plate, and We should fix this on our own. We should figure out how to, like, we should find somebody that does, like, I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass now, but, like, find somebody that does care about truck drivers, and that's somebody political that does, like, or one of us, you know, somebody smart enough that knows about politics, joining and, like, putting their paper in there, you know? Like,
yeah, well, we got to start with ourselves. Like, if we're over here cutting each other off, and like you said earlier,
Luis Molina running for Los Angeles mayor 2026.
Nah, then they'll pull up a bunch of shit from my past. This is why he's not a good person, you know. Like,
and that's why.
You know?
Think the stuff people's done, the bad shit they've done, makes him a better person. Like, I know some.
It's like when people bring out your go ahead.
No, like, I know some people that have done some really bad, horrible shit, and they're the best people in the world. I know people that go to church every Sunday, and they're shitty ass people.
Facts, man.
And you shouldn't judge a person by what they've been through.
Yeah, it's like
Or
talking
even-
about the old house. Like, I don't live there no more. Like, you could talk all this shit about that. I'm over here now.
Yeah.
Like, no, but that one time you lived over there, you know, you slept with the window open, and I'm here now.
Yeah, we're George Jefferson. We're moving on up.
Yeah.
No, but like the people that I feel like the people that have been through all, like, done dirty shit like that, they're should have more respect than the people that, you know, run.
It like builds empathy what you've been through, and you kind of put yourself.
Empathy knows strength. It's like you learn from all your shit, so you know not to do that again.
Or do it a few times and then really figure it out. Damn it! I knew I should have done that.
I'll be right back. No, it's crazy. But it's cada quien, man. You know.
Yeah, I think that's another thing too. We're waiting for someone to save us, and it's not nobody but
and it's not
ourselves.
going to be nobody but one of us, or también, like, you see, like, we try to, like, protest and all that shit, and it doesn't work, you know. It doesn't.
Or it does temporarily, and it's like, okay, yeah, so you can shut up, you know.
Yeah.
And then slowly, then we're back at the same thing again, you know.
Back again, like, hey, I thought that was gonna happen. Like, nope, you thought. You know, so we need somebody, like, you know.
I think it's just exposing whatever we can and just keep doing it till it builds momentum and see where it goes. But
yeah, man, hopefully, well, if it's always going to be what it is, though, you know.
Let's get paid. If it's going to be what it is, let's get paid then.
Let's get paid.
You know? That's another alternative. You're not going to fix nothing. You're not going to, you know, step it up on the turn times.
I'm putting some bricks in that container.
My price is going up. My price is going up.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. El precio de ayer no es el de hoy. How do you feel right now with your current situation? What are your goals? Do you feel...
My goals right now?
Yeah. With the trucking game, what's going on?
I just want to, you know, just be comfortable. I wanted to expand, maybe later. But right now, like, I just want to, you know, get a rhythm going where I can get my own place, my own house, or, you know, have just somewhere where I can know that my kid's future is, you know, that they'll be set. And then, you know, expand. Then do, you know, I want to have, be comfortable where, like, okay, now I got something to play with, you know. Instead of going now, just jumping at it and having everything in the air, you know, maintain for a bit, set myself up, and then jump on it. Boom. Because I've seen shit hit the fan, and for those people, it's all in the air. My uncle used to tell me all the time. Shout out to Gonzalez Pallets. He told me, oh, yeah, you think I have money? Like, there's all these pallets and all this. Everything is in the air. So, well, tomorrow, what if everything takes a shit? You know, if all my money's in, supposedly all the money is business.
Tied into the business.
Yeah, it's all tied into the business.
Yeah.
So, everything's, he would always, todo está en el aire. Like,
but you feel it's okay to plan? Like, you know, the reason I ask, because I've noticed a lot of, I did it 15 years, and it's sad, but it feels like, where's the money?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's
all those sleepless nights, all those desveladas, all that beating that my body took.
That's what I'm going through
And
right
it's
now.
like, well, where is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. That I've worked so hard, and I want to operate it right away. Like, but where's it all at? Like,
What happens right now if you stop? Real talk.
I've been stopped for 3 weeks already.
Okay, well,
3 weeks.
how you feeling a little
I'm
bit?
starting to feel it now. I'm like, God, man, like, and I don't want to feel that anymore. Like, okay, like you said, where's it all that? Where's all that at? All those sleepless nights, all that shit. Like, I busted my ass for it. What do I have to show for it? And like, you start looking and you're like, damn, nothing. Like, well, practically nothing. I have my truck. My truck's paid off. I have my own place, my the car, but that's just normal stuff. Where's like my investments that I've
long term.
Yeah. Like,
We're still young. We can still turn it around.
Yeah.
The reason I ask, because like when I started, the people that are what I call the OGs now in trucking, they're still out there and they can't stop. And now they have diabetes, and now they have high blood pressure, and now they're like, now the stress takes a toll on their body more than ever.
That's another thing
so if they stop, that's it.
That's another thing.
So are we gonna end up like, with all due respect to them, are we gonna end up like them as far as like we can't stop? Like, we're just gonna drop dead trucking.
Yep. That's why you gotta invest too. Invest that, and like you said, the diabetes. All you youngsters, bro, you young right now. You're starting. Man, if we get house scares like that, that shit is scary, man. So, tell you right now, man, all the McDonald's and all that shit is good right now, but later on, when they tell you that you're pre-diabetic or something, or you're high blood pressure, then that shit, and like you said, you're 50 years old, 60 years old, and you're barely going to live your life because you worked your ass off all that time, and boom, drop dead. You just got to take care of this business. You got to take care of yourself because there's a lot of chuchulucos, We don't take care of ourselves because we're too busy or we're gotta stop. We gotta go. Like,
yeah,
that's one thing about this business. What I do, that's one that I want to let everybody know is that take care of yourself because we are sitting out there. We are doing it. It kicks your ass. Dude, it gets you tiring, but we are sitting out there.
And they see someone working out. What do? We talk shit.
Yeah, we back at him. Look at this fucking Bruce Lee ass motherfucker over here. This fool over here doing burpees. Shoot program. Yeah. That's one thing.
Laughing at them eating our fucking chicken nuggets.
Over here barbecuing our titties.
Do you prepare for your day? You take some lunch in there, or you're always eating out like me? I would rarely take lunch, even though my girl would make it from time to time. Like, I kind of feel weird, like bugging her all the time, like make me a lunch. And then also, if it's a warm meal, I like it warm. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like you give me the burrito now or the taco, it's not the same cold later. Then I have to like pull over, put it in the microwave. The microwave tacos is not the same as fresh. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Or
you leave the pot, you put it in the manifold. You get to the company, they're all warm.
But you pull up to the Taqueria La Mexicana.
Fire.
Oh, the best burritos.
Shout out to.
We're not sponsored by them, but
you did?
No, you haven't? We're not, but they're cool people.
They're good.
They let me drop off some discount cards a while back, stickers. We put a placazo on their window.
Yeah, the place, mom.
Yeah. And they support truckers. If you call it in, let them know you're trucking. You cut the whole line.
Yeah, because usually I call it in and I get there and they're barely making it.
Oh, yeah, you got to call ahead of time. Don't call when you're making that turn on Santa Fe, bro.
That too, that one. That little Italian place too, that's just fire right there. The one in Santa Fe, have you been there?
It seems like it would be a long wait. But is it like a top-notch Subway or what?
It's like a top-notch Subway, but they have all kinds of shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's quick.
I went once, a long time ago. I even forgot what I got. You got stuck a long time waiting at the terminal to eat? How does that feel?
Oh, when you're in there, you're hungry as shit. You're like, nah, get something out there to be quick.
But you don't make it out.
You're like, damn. Like, you're looking for water. Whatever you have left in your truck, just grab some.
Oh, I love when I would find a snack that I forgot about. That was like, hell yeah. They used to drive around the loncheras before LBCT was automated. It was called F10.
Oh yeah,
and they would have a lunch truck drive around the rolls.
Yeah, that's too dangerous though, probably.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's.
They don't even let loncheras inside anymore, huh?
There's one at PCT. They let that one inside.
Yeah, but those freaking roach coaches are gross, man.
You don't like roach coaches?
I've had getting sick off them a few times, and that's just not something.
Bad experience?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so anything you want to add? Can you think of a topic? I can't think of one right now off the dome. I think we covered most of the key points. I was going like, you know?
Is this like your main thing now? You're not gonna, or how long is it to get back on yours?
Well, everything works out all the time. That's my mantra. Everything is always working out for me. And I know it might sound a little cocky, but it's not. I mean it like in a positive way. Like even when shit you feel like you can't fully understand it, like what am I gonna do? Like I'm human. I do feel down. Like fuck. Like I fucked up.
You gotta make lemonade, man.
But then that's what led me to this.
Yeah.
So I do the podcast. And I'm the head of driver relations at Port Pro.
Oh, all right.
So it's a company that has a real fucking trucker out there talking to truckers. Like, so we're not gonna come with that. Like, we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, like I said, that's what we need. Somebody like that. So,
it's taken into the consideration of the truckers. If they're gonna be using it, why not?
Yeah, you know what you're talking about.
So it all lined up. And I'll dedicate more time to this, and hopefully it gets somewhere, and we can get... The way I see it is, like, I've been putting drayage truckers on the map since 2014. Humildemente. Like, it takes a while. Like, even now, I don't feel like we're where we should be, but it takes a while.
Yeah, you should never feel that way. You should always feel like you can expand somehow. But I remember when I started seeing Containeroz, like, what's that?
Like it's something for us to be a part of. Like, cool. Like the pride that longshoremen take. You see how they wear their gear? Like, they're proud of that shit. Like, I want that for us. Yeah, like, we could be proud of what we do, too. I mean...
That's what I thought was cool. That, like, it's what do you say? Like, it's a symbol, too. Like, Containeroz, like, oh, shit, part of something, Like, there's LABB Porsche and all those other ones, and like, I feel like there's a little beef sometimes when it shouldn't be like that. Where it should be like everybody.
When other groups come into the picture?
Yeah. Like you see the Facebook, they're like sometimes you see like novelas, like females fight, like they fight girls.
Speaking to the mic.
Oh, yeah. And that kind of bothers me because we should all be like...
Well, that's how we get in our own way. So I think at the end of the day, we have to remember that our movements or whatever you want to call it, our brands or whatever, they don't really matter. They're just a vessel to get the word out there. So if they get the word out there, it's still going to benefit me and you. If I get it out there, it'll still benefit them. Like,
because I know a lot of people
do it in a way that, in general, it's good for everyone. And whoever gets credit, it doesn't really matter. Like, just do the work.
A lot of people that they're not even truck drivers and they follow it. And I'm like, oh shit, what do you know about Containeroz?
Yeah, I was tripping out. Some longshoremen.
That truck is famous. That fucking truck is famous as shit.
If the new owner is with it, I would like to buy it back someday. Si Dios quiere, I'll
Where's
buy
he
it
at?
back. He's in Utah.
Oh shit, he's out there.
Yeah. So he'll probably get a long, long service out of it. Because over there, I don't think they have all those rules and shit, So COVID. Ooh. Nah. Do you need a break to?
No, I'm cool. Okay. I'm alright.
You're crying through your nose. Are you okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm cool. I bet you got a pretty penny off it too, huh?
Well, if I would have waited, I probably got more. But I don't know the future, bro. I needed the money then and now, So I sold it for 32. You had a little over 500,000 miles.
That's good.
He came down and picked it up, drove it back the same night, And I thought I was gonna be in a lot of pain when you know what I mean? Like,
it's kind of a relief.
It was kind of like, it feels like it's the right time. Not under the right circumstances, but it's the right time.
Yeah.
And then you got to be 100 in whatever you're doing. So like this, I could have not have this much time to dedicate to this. Because trucking, you know how it is, trucking. Yeah. You know, the time you do get home, you rarely even like play with the kids because you're recovering. You're asleep.
Kids or you're tired,
and then you try to be Super Saiyan with it and be like, okay, I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna work hard.
And the next
I'm
day
gonna get there and play, and then I'm gonna go to sleep for 2-3 hours. You do that for like a couple of days. Scary shit, bro. And I would work late, and one scary moment was I was coming on the 91 West. Right before you get to the 710 South. I don't know how it happened, but I fell asleep, bro. And I woke up on the 91 West carpool lane. I was like, what the fuck? And I woke up right before I hit the side, the divider. I'm like, oh shit, this is my exit. So I just went all the way to the right and hopped on that 710 South off ramp. I was like, oh damn, what I mean? That's a bad area to fall asleep. If I would have missed those exits, just go straight down into the.
That's another thing that I like to share that I have sleep apnea, so like I have bad snoring.
Yeah.
And like due to that, like I don't rest. Well, I could sleep 10 hours and like, I won't be fully rested.
Yeah.
And that affected me a lot when I was going long haul. So like, I would be driving and like the past 5 minutes, what the fuck happened? Like, whoa. Like, and like you're just tired, you're falling asleep, and it was. I'd rather pull over for 20 minutes and take that little 20-minute nap than something happened and God forbid, like a $300 load is gonna cost you, your whole.
There's a test for that apnea stuff. I think it'll track your sleep overnight and it'll let you know how many times you didn't breathe throughout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what they say is dangerous, like for you.
Right now it's goddamn obese.
Isn't there stuff though, like?
There's machines.
Or the way you, okay.
Yeah, but
okay. Are they expensive?
They're pricey, but we have insurance. They're not that bad. But
you have one?
No. But I gotta lose a little weight before I go on.
Oh, okay. So that's like the last resort.
Yeah, they say like if I want accurate testing, you gotta lose a little weight. Yeah. So.
How do you feel about that? Like, I don't like working out, bro, but I know I need to do it for health.
It's just getting started,
right?
It's just once you have a rhythm going already, then it's good.
Yeah.
Like I went to the gym for the first time I think ever since high school, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I couldn't lift my arms for like a week.
Oh yeah.
And that's what sucks. That you're scared because that pain. You don't want to go back. But I think it's better.
And quite frankly, for me, it's boring.
Boring?
Yeah.
Well, that's why you have.
Well, it's boring if you're dead too, because of health issues.
Yeah, but you have somebody to go with, somebody that. Because I went with some dude that's already fit, and he's like, "Come on, dude, let's go. I want to help you."
Yeah.
And like they know what the fuck they're doing, so it's not that boring.
Yeah.
But like the diet too, they just gotta get it steady first.
I didn't start trucking like this, bro. Like I was fit, bro.
No, I seen the pictures. You were
shit. I don't know what happened, but
nah, man, I wasn't just big either, dude.
I'm gonna start the diet tomorrow because someone brought me chocolate chip cookies.
Motherfucker didn't bring me one, man. Oh yeah, I don't think anybody was that big when they started. This business is crazy business, man. People think it's all fun and games, and we're not taking it too serious.
You have life insurance?
I don't, and I think about it sometimes, but
then you wake up and like, I made it another day.
If I die, sell my truck.
And then what?
And then I don't know.
Got you thinking, huh? I saw a little twinkle in your eye.
Nah, somebody would think of.
No, that's the wrong answer.
Sancho, better put in that work.
I'm not editing that. I know you're gonna change your mind later, but
nah,
nope.
We made fun of her for it, but it's all funny. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Anything out here?
It's okay. I'm not even stressing no more. If it's quiet, it's quiet. It'll come. Let me see. We covered how you started, the trucking school, the owner op, the company experience, no life insurance. Someone else will take care of that. All right.
Nah, because I don't want people hitting me up on Facebook. Hey,
working out is boring.
I seen the podcast. You don't have life insurance.
I saw the podcast. You said we should get rid of the union.
Oh man, why somebody like you gotta take that off? Like they did to the Houston Post.
That's not. I thought that was fucked up. I think people should be able to have their opinion, and it's called communication.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how you feel right now. And maybe you talk to one of them, and they'll tell you, "Oh, hey, bro, check it out. This is why it wouldn't work because the only reason they don't fuck you over anymore is because we're in the way. So once they get rid of us, you guys are even more fucked, or who knows? Like just."
I took it off too
because a lot of cause and effect.
I had some people message me, like, "Oh, I'm a lawyer. You're not gonna help me with this." I'm like,
why not?
because like I said, I won't waste more time and lose more. I have more.
Si usted no gana, usted no paga, bro.
That's some BS. Somebody's gonna call me on that one too later. Oh, you believe me?
Mm-hmm.
How your boys? Your boys are big too, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking of bringing them on. I'm gonna bring my two boys, my daughter and my girl, and we're gonna
do a family episode. That'll be tight.
Like the reality of things, and there might even be some things I don't wanna.
The real Luis Molina.
No, that's when however your kids talk about you and your girl, that matters too. Like it's like okay, like
in that case, keep my girl away. She would say too much.
No, I think, but we all go through that. We all have our personal lives. It's like behind closed doors. It's like
there's 3 stories: his, hers, and the truth.
No, my approach would be more like to get how it was during my trucking. Like my son's probably gonna say stuff like, we should have played more, and it'll put me on the spot. To be honest, because I haven't been that great, But
we all try. It's parte del show, like I said.
Yeah.
Like me growing up, my dad was always there taking us to baseball practice. All 3, we were 4 of us. He wouldn't miss nothing, and he worked full-time job.
He made it happen.
He was the only one that worked. My mom never worked. And we've had it good. He never made sure we never needed. No nos hacía falta nada. But if you want something more, then you can ask him to work for it. So me, I've been working since a kid, like in the swap meets, my uncle's business, my uncle's paleterias. My dad actually had a jumper business for a little while.
A what?
Jumpers and chair. And I took over that in high school. So I did that, and there was always working to get that extra, like, because my dad would buy me whatever I needed, like clothes for school. But if you wanted the good shit or you wanted more, then put your ass at work. And it's always been like that. My parents, my dad always taught me how to work, to stay busy. And he's still working too.
What does he do now?
He's a welder. He's always been a welder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's always had a good job. He's been cool, and this whole trucking thing, he's always been real supportive of his.
Yeah.
But even my little sister joined too. My little sister driving now too.
What?
Yeah, she's barely turned 21. She's been driving for like almost a year.
Where? The ports?
Yeah, she's with the ports now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she started driving with Ecology first.
Oh.
And now she's driving for one of my friends. Shout out to Dart Logistics. Damn, getting all these people out here. You're going to start charging me.
Nah, you good, man.
My homie Pedro out there at Dart Logistics.
So did she have that issue as well at first?
What?
The insurance, it's hard out here. A lot of people are right now. They're giving people a shot, even if it's expensive.
Not now. I don't know about now. To be honest, with the Ecology, no, because I think they have their own insurance.
Yeah.
But my homeboy, no, he's pretty legit, and he never said anything about the insurance. She's a hard fucking worker, man. I'm pretty proud of her. Yeah, she's young.
You guys ever compare the checks? What's up? I made more than you this week.
No, owner operator versus driver, like that, especially working for Ecology.
Okay.
It was, Mm-hmm.
But she's getting the experience.
Yeah, she's getting the experience.
What does she have to say? Does she ever call you for advice? Like
when she started in the ports, like, what do I do here? Like, she'll call me and I'll be in the ports. Oh yeah, he just do this and this and.
Mm-hmm.
But she was pretty smart. She got it fast. She learned quick. Yeah, she's a good driver too.
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy. Like my little sister. Like I couldn't imagine that.
That's you. That's all you right there, or what?
That was me.
What made her get in there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you
if
push her
was
to
me.
do it or
No, no. Just one day she told me I'm getting my license, and the next thing you know, she had it.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, fuck.
Orale.
Oh yeah, what do you need? You need help? Let me get you in. Or?
Nah, I'm good.
No, I got her with my homeboy Pedro, but before she got in with ecology to somebody else. But yeah, man, she's out there, man.
That's good. Do you think the girl truckers get harassed more, or do you think they have it easier?
At first I was like, damn, like you have to get into those chassis with the fucking legs. My sister, she's pretty tall. She's pretty built. But going under those trucks and getting dirty, and at first I'm like, damn, but I'm sure like she got through it. But I mean, there's a lot of those older cats out there that they don't let nothing go through, man. They got no mercy for any chick out there. Like, yeah, so that's another thing where
I ain't giving up no chassis. I don't care if you have a vagina or
yeah, they shouldn't be like that, like too. But
it's my chassis, homie.
And all the chassis wars out there. So
yeah,
like, God, man, I've had fools like, God damn, bro, you want it that bad? But like,
so no bad stories yet. But you just feel for her that if she has a rough day with some fucked up equipment,
that or like sometimes she works night, so she goes to some pretty bad yards sometimes. Areas, and that's why I'm like, you better strap up or something,
Yeah.
Because you're still. There are even guys out there, they're getting fucking jacked or whatever. It's crazy out there right now.
Would you guys ever team up? Maybe do like some company, like a family business or something?
I had a Columbia not too long ago. I had it parked there, and I told her, I offered it to her. She's like, nah, I'm not ready.
Okay.
So I just got rid of it.
Okay.
So she'd rather be a driver. I think she's looking into a different career. She's just doing this right now for the money.
Okay. Well, there's money in this too. If there's levels to it. But if it's not really your thing, then I guess it's hard to be happy doing something you don't like.
I'm like, you're good at it. But she's like, nah, I want to do something else. But if it doesn't work, I can stay here.
Well, she'll definitely get the funding here, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, if not, invest in something, another truck or one thing now, land a lot, parking those containers, charging those containers to park every day.
Well, land is good because land is a certain amount, and it's always going to be high value because there's a finite amount of it.
Yeah, and like
it's not like money; you just print more. So, I wouldn't mind, if I'm blessed with some funds, that would definitely be something I'd look into.
That's one thing that I'm really looking into, or getting some land to park those 20 containers, and you can even live off of that, man.
Yeah.
What they're charging just for parking on a day is what, $60-$80?
Oh shit! It went up. Damn.
I think I've seen some for like.
That's a lot, man. It was like what, like 25, then 50, then
that's
now.
That's like out of Long Beach, but Long Beach right here, I think it's expensive, isn't it?
Shit.
So like it's 20 parking spots.
Yeah. Then you pull up and the grommet bandit took all your rubbers. Fuck, man.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
Who the fuck is that stealing all the rubbers from the glad hands, man?
Yeah, it's those dudes that fix the chassis, I think.
Why?
And it's not even one. It's got to be like a good 10 containers around that one. Like,
yeah. So if they got yours, you already know you got to walk like way down there because that's...
I always carry some of
the whole area.
In my truck, I always carry a couple of them.
Yeah. I bought a shitload. Just,
Even the whole glad hands, when they're missing that, is like, bro.
Savage.
No, you know what? They jack mine up and go jack somebody else's.
It's that effect, like...
Yeah.
This one, then you take it from this one and this one.
That guy takes that one and that guy takes
that. At shippers, man, all the lights, they would be like that. That I don't know, man. Right there's at shippers is the light bandit. All the fucking lights missing.
Everything bandit at shippers, man. And then they drive like fucking animals, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shippers there's something else.
Yeah. So trucking, you're gonna stay here then till you're out, or what?
I think
this
so.
is it for you?
Unless something happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unless I fuck up or something, I'm not going nowhere.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere. Yeah.
Well then, I don't know if you have anything else to add that I should have brought up. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, we had a few good points, right?
Yeah, I think we hit a couple good ones.
I'll just edit off all the silence so we look like professionals.
Was there a lot of silence?
Huh? Maybe some parts, but there's nothing to say sometimes, you know. Well, you gather your thoughts and shit. So.
And people, anything I said, don't use it against me because I know I said a lot of stuff that probably didn't make sense. It's just we're just here. We're not. It's not a big serious thing, you know. We're just a couple truck drivers just trying to
chop it up
and trying to get our word out there. You know, so our voice. You know, somebody hear us crying. We're crying wolf. Somebody help us.
Where can they reach you if anyone wants to send some kind regards?
Some kind regards. Meet me and the ball is going down.
I don't know.
No, just Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
What's your name on there?
Roy Zay.
Roy Zay. R O Y S A Y or
Z A Y Y.
Okay.
Roy Zay.
R O Y Z A Y Y.
Yes, sir.
Roy Zay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming, and I'm glad I got to hear your point of view on container hauling and whatnot, the industry, all that good stuff.
Just another average Joe Small truck driver. I'm nobody important, you know. Don't think I have, you know. I'm just trying to, you know, say my 2 cents on what we go through and what we need or what we feel. Everybody's different.
You're more important than you know, bro. So
no, wow.
We all, you know, all our 2 cents matter, and we're gonna get it out there. You know, let's do this.
Yeah. You know, if you didn't like anything I said, then sorry about that, but don't come at me for it.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. It's just my opinions.
Yeah.
So take it as it is.
2 hours later, bro, can you erase that? You better not pull that shit on me like you did with that post. Okay, I'm not erasing nothing.
Yeah, I'm using calls again.
Aw, fuck. It's Boosin. Foosin. Yeah. All right, guys. Woo! Happy Friday. It's Friday today.
Oh, it is Friday.
Yes, sir.
Fuck it, Friday.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.